Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time, I'm so happy to have you. My name is Anisha and I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I do everything hair and beauty. Now, before we go any further, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And while you're there, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my latest posts and to see what I'm going to post next. Until next time, here we go.
Hey y'all, today we're gonna do a video on my money piece section just to show you guys what my technique is, some of the techniques that I've used. So this is gonna be a chunky money piece. All right, so I'm just gonna dive right into the video. No chit chat about my past. We'll do another video for that in the future. But today we are gonna do a chunky money piece section. Now when I do my money piece, I like to do the sides, the back, and a triangular bang section in the front. Now I'll give you guys a breakdown explaining how I do that. So as I'm sectioning the back right now, I like to take like a U shape, sometimes a V/triangular section in the back, just to make sure I'm hitting all the angles that will be showing if the hair is down. So on the sides, typically I'll start in the back. We'll do 2 pieces in the back on each section and 2 pieces. So for every section I'll try to at least do 3 foils minimum. For like a basic money piece, a 3 foil minimum is good. If not, I mean maximum, actually minimum. Anyhow, so I did a sectioning in the back. I'm gonna be putting about 5 foils back here. I section off the back of the hair. I make sure the sections are kind of small, not too small, but decently small. As you can see, I was struggling a little bit right there because I wanted to get a good angle. That way you guys are able to see. But I mean, that was a mess. I tried, but you kind of can see what I'm doing here. I have an idea of how I place those foils. So I do 3 right around the neckline, and then I go back in and I do 2 more. I don't worry focusing on the bottom, as that part won't show as much, but I do the sides because if they do put their hair up in a bun or ponytail, we want to make sure the sides are covered. So I typically would do 2 back to back, no leave out, only the weave out. So I will section 2 nice thin section. We'll do some weaves. You can do slices for a more dramatic effect, but then to me I would much rather just bleach the whole back of the nape, following around like the front. You've seen those techniques. It's like a chunky dramatic money piece. We're not doing something that chunky, but I want it to blend in at the same time. So what I'm doing right now is another foil, and that will be my last foil for the back. So for all the back sections, I weave them. I didn't slice or anything like that. I just did some weave. So as you can see, that's about 5 foils back there. I let it down, and then when I go to the sides, I typically like to do a diagonal section, just right around the hairline. And I did the exact same thing. I did 4 weave foils to create a nice blended section. Now, as for the hairline, I don't do my pieces as chunky. I like to do them very kind of small, but not too small. And the reason why I say kind of small is because we're doing a chunky money piece. So we need these highlights to pop. So I did a decently sized foil. I weave it. No slices because I'm not going for that dramatic effect. So I did some nice thin slice. As far as the mannequin hair, it's not as easy to do small slices on them because of how the hairline is. How the hair is placed around the hairline. But as you can see, it's as small as you can get it, but as noticeable as you'll be able to see it. Now do the same thing on the other side. Like I said earlier, I like to do a 3 foil maximum in some cases, minimum in this case. So I like to place at least 3 foils, but make sure my placements are diagonal so they overlap each other, so it seems as if the front is pretty full. And if they do put the hair up in a bun, as you guys are going to see in the future in the another part of this video, that I like to do it so that when they put the hair up in a ponytail, it look like they got a full head. of highlights. But when the hair is down, it kind of seems like they don't even have that much, and then you will just do the money piece in the front, and when they pull the hair forward, then you'll be able to see the, you know, the ones we place in the back as well. One last one, nice and thin. I like that section very small. If you notice, I kept that one especially small because I wanted to blend right in with the bangs when we do the money frame, the bang piece. So moving on to the front. Now, as for that section, I also like to do a 3 foil minimum in that spot too. But today we kind of maxed it out and went up 4 foils. I could have went with the whole 5, but as I was placing them, I figured it was too much. So I kind of went with just 4. But my very first section, that I always do slice. Now, as for a natural hairline, you will do them very small. You don't have to do them too wide or too chunky, but it all depends on the client's comfortability or personality, or you know how they like that piece to look in the front. Some people really don't want it that dramatic, so you can do weave, but I like to do slice, so that way that piece stand out. And all for the as for the other pieces that I'm placing, I do them weave as well. Now when you get to that very last piece at the top, don't I didn't do it in this video, but I like to back comb when you get to that last piece, just to kind of create a better blend. On a natural, like on our, you know, human hair, of course, not a mannequin head, you're able to back comb real easy. See, in this case, she didn't have that much pieces for me to back comb, and so I didn't do that. But I also like to do that tip out as well. So all those pieces that are hanging out, I like to lighten them up, so that way you can create that full effect around the face. And as far as the sides and the back, I didn't really do the back because I kind of ran out of time to do the tip out, but I did do it in the front, and you'll see that in a minute. I did a few, you know, all the few pieces that were hanging. I was trying to decide if I wanted to do it, but I kind of just went with it, and you'll see in the end it definitely was worth it. So we just did like a balayage on those pieces. They're not going to be as bright as the ones in the foil, but they'll definitely add some dimension to it, and gives it like a two-tone type of, you know, balayage slash foliage, you know, effect. So as I'm going through, I'm taking all my foils out, double checking them, making sure that they are bright enough. In this video, I'll be doing a copper, so it really didn't matter if it was super blonde or not, just blonde enough to get that copper on top. So we did a shampoo. It turned out really nice, by the way. Like, I could have left it blonde because it did look really nice, but I didn't want to stray from my whole point. So anyways, we're doing a 6WG for my toner, Redken shades of course, and also I'll be doing 6AA Bonfire. I did a processing solution, of course, and I am going through and I'm sectioning and applying my toner. It was so simple, nothing complicated. You just make sure you work it in there. It's mannequin hair, so you kind of have to really work it in. And sometimes if it's not all the way in, what I like to do is just comb it to make sure I got it all in there. And yeah, so it's not blotchy or spotted or anything like that. So shampoo is done. Now we're moving on to a haircut. I really had to cut the hair because it was a new mannequin, and so the hair was, you know, those pieces would make it much harder to blow dry. Plus with this color, yeah, she kind of needed a really nice haircut. So I went for just like a little short. I didn't want to chop the hair yet, just in case I want to cut it in the future. So I kind of just chop in, put a few layers in there. Nothing purpose, just enough to make the hair feel healthy and look healthy when I blow dry it. So we're diving into the blow dry process. It was actually really hard to blow dry this mannequin hair because, for one, it's new and their hair is a little bit more coarse, and you know, the texture is kind of hard to work with. So we did a blow dry. I think I ended up doing some of it off camera, and as you can see, that little piece is blotchy. I was struggling a little bit to get the foils as close to the mannequin's head as possible. Of course, in person, doing this on a client, you want to make sure those foils are as close to the hair as possible. It's so much easier to get that to happen. My mannequin stand was not the most sturdy. I didn't think I need one, as I won't be doing a lot of mannequin hair, but I'm gonna buy one because it really helps. But as you can see, the blend is amazing. The haircut is definitely doing it for her. I really like the way how it's that shade. I am all for copper. I love copper, one of my favorite thing to do, and I'm so glad it's trending, kind of, sort of, still trending. But look at that. Oh my goodness, I was so happy with the result. Eventually I'm gonna do another video on like balayaging the whole thing, but for now I was only focusing on the money piece, and I didn't want to do that after the foils are there. So she looks great. I am so in love. I've done this quite a lot to a couple of my clients. I tend to, you know, not necessarily talk them into it, but kind of encourage it, and everyone loves it in the end. But look at that. In a ponytail, it looked like she has a full head of highlights. Anyway, so I'm gonna curl. You know, you can't have balayage or color, you know, without some curls. So now that she looks great, we're gonna curl her up. Just hang in there for the end result, and I am telling you, it is worth it. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave it in the comment below. I will respond to you guys. Now, I'm a mom, so it may not be, you know, I may not see it right away, but I definitely will try to respond to you guys. So we're almost done, and I also like to do my curls diagonally. If you notice through all my videos, I tend to do most of everything diagonally because it creates a better blend, and the way the hair falls, it overlaps. So everything kind of just falls into place when you section diagonally, whether it's highlights, foils, balayage. I guess I wouldn't even say color, but you know, when it's any type of layered dimensional type of services, I tend to do it diagonally. Alright, so sorry for blocking you guys a little bit. It was not the easiest angle, you know, showing you guys. First I put a little texture spray, and that is the finished product. So let me know what you guys think. I definitely will be doing the balayage in the future. I'm working on it, but I am so in love with this result. Definitely we'll be doing it again, and maybe try a couple other shades, you know, maybe some red ones. I don't know, but I've been doing it quite a bit in the salon, and I love the result. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And don't forget to check out my other videos. They are listed right here. Thank y'all.